Hello students, this is Mr. Thibodeau, and I'm here today to talk to you about something very important. As you know, here at Chaparral, your safety is our highest priority. But the world is a little bit uncertain, and oftentimes we need to make sure that we're prepared for the worst case scenario. For those reasons, we at Chaparral have been working diligently with the local sheriff's department to design a protocol in case there is an active shooter situation here at the school. We know that it is highly unlikely that something like that should ever occur, but we do know that the students would be better off if we were prepared if such a thing were to ever take place, not just at school, but at any point in your lifetime. At this point, it is my distinct pleasure to introduce Sheriff's Department Deputy, Mr. Aaron Scheller.
Hi, my name is Deputy Aaron Scheller from the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department. I'm here to talk to you about a very sensitive subject, but one that will help prepare you for an active shooter situation. Active shooter, defined by the FBI, is an individual who is actively engaged in the killing or attempting to kill people in a populated area. Now, this is a very dynamic situation. It can be anywhere. You could be at lunchtime, you could be on the street, you could be at a mall, or maybe in the office, maybe in your classroom, or maybe even at a football game. You never know where you're going to be when something like this occurs. So being prepared is important. But it's also important to know some of the facts regarding active shooter situations. Most active shooter incidents are actually targeted incidents where somebody has come to the location in order to target one person, when other people may get involved in the situation as well. I want to tell you some interesting facts that the FBI has put out regarding active shooters to kind of shine a light on what is going on in our society. Up to date, from 2000 to 2017, we've had over 250 incidences of active shooters, but only 20% of those have actually occurred on school grounds, whether it be in elementary school all the way through college. Another interesting fact is from 2016 to 2017, there's been 50 active shooter situations within the United States. And out of those active shooter situations, only 7 have occurred on educational property. 2 at elementary schools, 1 at a junior high, and 4 at high schools. Just to shine a light on the realistic statistics on active shooters and where they might occur. Even though that they don't occur often, we still have to be prepared.
What do I do if I hear or see an active shooter?
What we teach is run, hide, and fight. An easy way to remember run, hide, and fight is this. If you can run, run. If you can't run, hide. And if you can't hide, then you fight. This is a simple concept. It's good for any situation, wherever you might be at. It's a concept that's been adopted not only from the Sheriff's Department, but numerous law enforcement agencies across America. Run. Run if you can. That's the first concept. Where do you run? Anywhere, away from the sound of gunfire. You might be following the crowds because they're also going to be running away from the gunfire as well. Assist those around you in running if you're able to, and if you're unable to, you might have to leave people behind in order to save yourself and those around you. Don't worry about your belongings. Leave them behind. You don't need them, we'll come back and get them afterwards. Find your nearest escape route. If you aren't familiar with your escape routes, please become familiar with your school campus so that in case an incident like this were to occur, that you would find yourself at the closest escape route and you would save yourself. If you ran and you can't run any further, then you find cover and concealment. Cover and concealment is simply anywhere that you can hide and be out of view. A classroom, an office, under a desk, in a storage closet, in a restroom. Any of those locations would be great cover and concealment.
Well, what do I do if I can't run?
The second concept is hide. So if you can't run and you have to hide and you found that cover and concealment, make sure you get into that location and the first thing you do is lock your doors. If you're in a classroom, now it's time to turn off the lights and barricade yourself in there. Place objects against the door that if the door opens outward, it would fall out onto the incoming person. Or if the person's coming inside, they would have to force open the door, hopefully through a desk and chairs or something that you barricaded against the door. Once you've barricaded the door, hide from view. If there's glass either on the door or into that classroom, you want to be hidden from view so the classroom looks unoccupied. Be quiet, silence your cell phone so it can't be heard, and do not let anyone else into your room, even if they're calling out, even if they're trying to open the door, because that could be your active shooter.
What if I can't hide?
So you ran, now you've hid, and you're in this location wherever you might be, and this suspect still wants to come into that location where you're at. You're gonna have to fight. If there's others in the room with you, make a plan. What you're gonna do if this person opens the door. When that person opens the door, use all the aggression you can to overcome the threat of whatever that person is bringing into that room. Could be anything. Could be a stapler. Could be a computer. It could be a fire extinguisher. Whatever you need to do as an improvised weapon to overcome the threat and to save yourself and the others around you. So we've talked about the 3 concepts of what you're gonna need to do. Run if you can, hide if you can't, and fight if you must. But now you need to understand how to call 911 in case of an emergency. In this type of situation, it's extremely important to be calm, clear, and precise, giving us an accurate information as possible from how many people are involved, what are they wearing, what type of weapons they might have, the location that they might be on your campus. Are they on the lower level, the upper level? Are they near a classroom or in a classroom? And the last direction of travel of where they may be going. All this information is very important as we prepare to come onto your campus and neutralize the threat if necessary. Now that you called 911, we're on our way. We train for this. The LA County Sheriff's Department trains for this. We have what we need in our cars when we respond to any incident that might be occurring on your campus. Our first responsibility is to neutralize the threat. We're gonna get onto your campus. We're gonna move to wherever the sound of gunfire might be and neutralize any threat that might be occurring. Once we have done that, we will look over your campus for any secondary devices that might be on your campus. Once we've deemed your campus safe, we will begin the evacuation process after we've allowed medical staff to attend anyone that might be hurt on your campus. Now that we deemed your campus safe, it's time for evacuation. We've worked it out with your staff. Deputies will walk classroom to classroom with your staff members, unlocking your classroom doors and giving you directions to the evacuation location. Remember, as you're walking, please leave your hands open and fingers open without any objects in your hands. This will alleviate the anxiety that there's possibly a second shooter on campus. Don't grab towards deputies. They're doing their job. Please follow directions where you will be reunited with other students on your campus. Thank you for allowing me to take this time to help prepare you and the staff of your school for an active shooter situation.
Keep in mind, students, this is not likely to ever happen to you. But our responsibility to you is to always make sure that we are prepared to keep you safe and secure here at school. Your safety is always our highest priority. When you're here at Chaparral Middle School, we want you above all things to feel safe and secure. It is for those reasons that we have decided to make sure that we're going over this with you today, so that just in case, you know what to do. But please also know that our staff members have all taken part in this training and are prepared to lead you if the circumstances ever present themselves. Thank you so much again for your cooperation today in watching this video. Your teachers now will continue the discussion with you at this time. Thank you again.